Chat? Can you guys hear me? Chat? Can you guys hear me? Alright, excellent. We're going to start the stream
Chat?
in like
Can you
12
guys hear
minutes. Give me a few minutes to grab some beers and shit. And then, yeah, then we're going to get started. So,
Alright,
Go
excellent.
pop that motherfucking popcorn.
We're going to start the stream.
Yeah, I mean,
Chat?
Go thumb
in
open
like
your,
you guys hear me?
minutes. Your favorite
Give
fruit.
me a few
Fucking
minutes to
plop down at the gamer
grab
station.
some beers and shit.
We're gonna get drunk and talk about some
yeah. Then we're gonna get
some
started.
guntuber
So.
slop.
Alright,
Go
excellent.
pop that motherfucking popcorn.
We're gonna start the stream.
Yeah, I mean,
Chat?
go thumb
in
open
like
your
you guys hear me?
minutes. Your favorite
Give
fruit.
me a few minutes to
plop down at the gamer
grab
station.
some beers and shit.
We're gonna get drunk and talk about some
yeah.
almost there, chat. I hope you're ready. This is going to be the worst stream yet. I have to one-up myself from last time. So I hope you're fucking ready. Chat, what the fuck is up, gamers? What the fuck is up, gamers? Yo, let's get a check in the chat. How we doing? How's everybody doing today? I hope all is well. We are this is stream number 2. Fucking we're gonna be talking about some personal, not personal stuff. Personal as in like it applies to you. You know what I mean? We're gonna drink some beer and some whiskey and address some shit in the guntuber space that's been on my mind. You know, it's been on my heart, twin. Fucking so yeah, let's get right into it. Topic of today's stream is understanding that you, as a LARPing individual, you are a Minuteman, okay? Despite what everybody says about you, or what people on the internet say about you, or people that you'll never meet that make videos on the internet might think about you. We're here to say fuck that shit, okay? But first, before we get into that, It was requested by one of my personal goons in the Discord. Which, if you're not in the Discord, link in the description. Hop in the Discord, hang out with some fellow gun enthusiast, autistic individuals, neurodivergent LARPers and such, fucking schizophrenics alike. It's a safe haven for people like that and people like you if you're tuning into the stream. So yeah, link in the description. Also, please hit the like button. I think it does something cool. I'm not sure what yet, but let's find out together. Okay, it's like the mystery crate in Call of Duty. Fucking, you never know what you're gonna get until you hit that button, dog. So go ahead and hit that like button, hit that motherfucking shit, and we're gonna get into this. Carl, here we go. Yes, Carl, you're just the man I wanted to fucking see, dude. We're gonna. I got a nice tasty Modelo here, and we're gonna slop this shit down, freaky style. I'm gonna try not to make a mess in the living room. So if I do, it's gonna go all over my cats, and I'm gonna have to get rid of them. Ooh, that bitch pressurized. You hear that shit? Chat, do you hear that? Okay. I'm not sure if this goes against YouTube standards, but you know what? Whatever. We don't play by the rules around here. I'm not scared. All right. Gentlemen, happy Monday. Cheers. God bless. This one's for Dale and Carl. Delectable. Yum yum. Alrighty. Hold on, let me grab my backup, my secondary drink. Use a key, just like in the barracks. I never could do whenever I used a key, it would just explode, like in a really bad way. So yeah, I don't bother using keys anymore because I could never get it to work. Anyway, so yeah, let's talk about the whole point of the video. Excuse me. So you are a Minuteman, despite what everyone says about you, and I don't like to think that this is cope or anything like that. Like, you know, it's just I've been seeing a strange trend on the YouTube space that is really gay, for lack of a better terms. It's like hyper exclusive. You know, a lot of gatekeeping going on, and it's mostly behind like things, if that makes sense. Like if you don't own XYZ, you know, you're not gonna make it, basically. Um, and I mean, I just think that couldn't be further from the truth. You know. Oh my god, my cats are fucking going crazy right now. Yuka, come here. Come say hi to the chat. This is the newest edition. Hold on. Yuka, come here. One sec. Hold on. Chat, this is Yuka. Yeah, buddy. Say hi to the stream, Yuka. Look at the fucking camera. Yeah, dude. Alright, go play. God. Anyway, yeah, no, in terms of the current state of the guntuber culture, you know, it seems like I've talked about this on some couple different streams with other homies and such. where in terms of content creation on YouTube for the gun industry and gun community, it seems like when it started, it was on TV, so obviously there was an agenda to like sell you something. Shit was made by the industry for consumers. Surprise, surprise, you know what I mean? But that's not a horrible thing. I mean, what do you expect, right? But then as time went on, we're talking like later 2000s, early 10s. YouTube starts to gain traction and shit like that, and we start seeing the early happenings, the early pillars of the guntuber space. So the pendulum swung back in the direction of being more grassroots, and that's when you start to see the early kings like fucking Nut and Fancy, fucking like Southern Prepper One, fucking his name's escaping me. Mr. Guns and Gear was out there for a long time. Such is a really fucking good one. Paul Harrell, Scout. God, how could I forget? R.I.P. the homie. Uh, cheers, Paul Harrell. Yeah, I mean, there was, yeah. Then FPS Russia happened, and Demolition Ranch and all that shit, and that's a really good point. And that's the pendulum swinging in the other direction, where it's like, YouTube clearly sees that there's a market for this shit, and the industry sees that there's a market for this shit. So we're gonna hook up these YouTubers so that they can push our shit. And you know what? It's just like now I feel like we're beyond the apex of the swing of the pendulum, where the grassroots has now become commercial and gay, and now it's starting to swing back in the other direction, and we're trying to slay the Leviathan around here. You know what I mean? With some of the smaller sub 100K YouTubers and shit, just like making content that isn't just like, hey, here's 10 minutes why you should click the link and press add to cart in the description. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that, dude. Like, it's so shallow. It's so shallow, and it's fucking lame. You know what I mean? Like, I hate watching YouTube videos now in the gun industry, I guess GunTube, whatever you want to call it, fucking, because it's like I could just tell just by looking at a thumbnail, looking at a title, and just like, yep, I already know what I'm getting into. You know what I mean? Like, it's atrocious. It's getting out of hand, and somebody has to do something about it. And I think people are. Like, we have super based content creators like Bones and Procher Band and a couple other ones that come to mind. They're escaping me. There's like uh, Midwest Trad or something. Twin Arrow Survival. Rebel Spirit Operations is in here, I think. He's a great content creator. I love his shit. Fucking GWAT Alchemist. Like all of these like people that clearly are in it for love of the game. You know what I mean? And I fuck with that heavy because I have love for the game. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna sit here and say that my content's good because it's mid at best. But and my upload schedule is on par with like IRS response times basically. But regardless, it's good to know that there is thanks Rebel. It's good to know that there's still good people out there making quality content. Yeah, Faceless Entity, Focus Trip, Brass Facts, excuse me. They I would still argue that they're pretty, close to doing it from a personal level. You know what I mean? Like it's less agenda driven. Yes, they do have sponsors, but it's like the autism is strong in them. It's fucking strong in them, and you could see that in their videos because it's like wow, there's a lot of thought that goes into this shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, Hickok 45. Like how much how much has Hickok 45 videos changed over the last fucking like 5 to 10 years, dude? They haven't. They fucking haven't. Like at all, like the camera quality has gotten better. You know what I mean? Like, how has this guy managed to fucking like stay so relevant by while simultaneously staying so similar in terms of his practices and stuff like that? I'll never know. I'll never know. But I think it's pretty cool. Even though he is like you know what I mean? Like he's one of the rare ones that just hasn't sold out. Kind of like fucking Paul Harrell and shit like that. Like I mean, like the dude's fucking subscriber count just fucking rocketed towards the end there. God bless. But you know, it's like it hasn't changed him. It has not fucking changed him one bit. And it's like that's how I know. You know what I mean? That's how I know that when I'm consuming somebody's fucking content, it's not a waste of time because I can at least appreciate it on that level. Let's read this. Let's read some chat entries real quick. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, as long as this is recording properly, you might not see that I have the chat on screen. It's because chat is fucking insane and probably not YouTube safe, so I have to not keep it on screen. But if you want to get involved, make sure you're in the Discord so that you get notified when I do these streams live on time. Yeah, so let's see here. Dude, love Hickok 45. Dudes rock. Yep, absolutely. Faceless Entity says he hasn't, and that's what's great. I agree. Brother likes to smoke pot. What's to change? Who likes to smoke? Are you talking about Hickok? Is he like one of the surviving fucking hippie generation type people? Big ol' bear says, "What's the other cat called?" I'll show you the other cat. Where's he at? His name's Gomi. Gomi. Key. Not you, Yuka. Not you. Let's see here. Jordan says, understandable, haha, just joined the Discord. Thank you for joining. It's free, and it will always be free. Because I don't put my community behind a paywall, because that's gay! Rebel says, chat should be left off screen 1000%. I agree. You, Gomi, come here. Come here, kitty. You could get the fuck out of the way. Come here, Gombino. Oh, he doesn't want to be picked up. Here, let's see if I could do a crazy webcam reveal. There he is. That's Big Chungus right there. Big Chungus Gomi. He weighs 1,000 fucking pounds. And Yuka has 3 legs. So, that's the story of my cats. And then Hana the doggo, she's outside. She's enjoying the weather right now. So, yeah. Yeah, that is the void indeed. He is a 1,000 pound void. The closer you get to him, the more matter gets sucked into him. Oh man. Okay, so before I get too off topic, let's do a little sippy poo. Tonight's beverage is Evan Williams Bottled and Bond, 100 proof, from Costco. $26 for a gallon. Some of the best whiskey, honestly. Good home whiskey. So yeah, with some of these content creators, I'm not gonna name names because I'm not really big on drama. I'm not a drama llama. You know what I mean? So I don't like to get involved in such things, and I don't gossip because it's gay and cringe. That's what women do. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that some content creators, you know, it's like this. It's so pushy with the expensive shit that, like, you know, it's become too Hollywood. You know what I mean? And I think that you could see in some of my previous videos that it's like that's a big thing that I try to push, is that it doesn't have to be that way. And more times than not, it's like it's totally unnecessary. You know what I mean? Like my most successful video, weirdly enough, is an argument for the naked rifle, and I still stand by that. You know what I mean? Like it it doesn't have to be so monetarily fucking straining to feel prepared, or to, you know, feel satisfied in this hobby. And if it doesn't feel satisfying, it's because you may have fallen victim to drinking the fucking Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? You've become influenced by the cringefluencers who just always want to sell you something, and they all band together to unanimously try to sell you something. And if you don't buy the thing that they're selling, then you're not part of the cool kid club. You know what I mean? And dude, that's fucking gay. That sucks. Okay, that fucking sucks. Like, you know, I've been doing this shit for so long. You know, I LARPed so hard when I was a wee lad that, like, I decided, I was like, I'm gonna join the army, because the people that I train with are super gay, and all they want to do is fucking range, like flat range shit. So I'm gonna go and learn some cool stuff, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna share it with everybody. And that's exactly what I did. So, like, I went and joined. I came out. I got out, and, you know, it's like I come back to seeing that it just got worse. You know what I mean? It just got fucking worse. And that's, so, like I said before, something's just got to give. Something's got to change. And I think what the solution is one, training. Get out there and train. Don't be an internet warrior. But two, fucking try returning to monkey. Okay? Return to monkey. It's calling you. Okay? The leave behind industrial society and its consequences. You don't need it to survive. You know, great men have thrived, have prospered for many, many years without having a trident mount. Okay? You don't need it. Like, you don't need a T2. Like, why? Why would you? You don't need a $2,000 pistol that is going to live in your holster so that you could shoot your fucking rifle at the range every time that you go. You just don't need it. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a fucking a $2,000 fucking backpack that holds 110 liters so that you can fill it up with a bunch of junk that is never going to get used, because you buy things to make yourself feel better. Instead of buying stuff, why don't you try learning shit? You know what I mean? Try learning stuff. If you know a lot, you don't need a lot. Okay, and this is where returning to monkey becomes so profitable to yourself. Not it's not profitable in the sense of like a monetary thing. It's profitable to you because you get more benefit out of it personally. Go out there and touch grass, kids. All right. Excuse me. One moment, please. Rebel Spirit says, as someone who falls for a lot of marketing shit, there's so much stuff that is overrated. Yes. Yes. Dude, exactly. I fall for it too, though, sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's a common practice of mine to, like, I see a product that comes out, or I have an idea of, like, how I want to do something. Like, oh, I'm going to build this rifle, and it's going to be purpose driven to serve in this role or something like that. And I will hyper autistically fucking fucking look through my stare at the rectangle for hours and hours and hours for nothing. You know what I mean? Like for nothing. When I could literally go out, train, and do the thing that I want to do the LARP that I want to LARP, and more likely than not, here's the thing. Okay, here this is a good lesson to be learned. Um, you can't plan for everything. Like 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 chat. Like how many of us actually fucking go out and train? And I mean train in the sense of like, do y'all run like scenarios and shit like that? You know what I mean? Like when you go out and like, do you guys like camp? Chat, have we ever gone camping? Perhaps in kit? In the stuff that like, oh, I'm going to quote unquote bug out. I'm gonna bring my bug out bag. If you still adhere to that ideology, do you bring that stuff out and like actually test it and use it? Are our boots dirty, chat? Because that's cringe right there. I'll tell you what. You know, when I look at some people's kits online, and them boots are fucking squeaky clean, squeaky clean. When the knees on the BDUs don't have an ounce of dirt in them, I could smell the tide through the picture. That's gay. I'm sorry, brother, but you're gay if that's you. Go out there and touch grass. I'm fucking serious. Go out there and fucking train, dude. Because like, this is how you beat the cringefluencer propaganda. Is that going out and actually doing the thing? You're like, wow, I learned something about how I handle a XYZ task or problem. This is the solution, and you know, or you figure out, wow, that sucked ass, and I actually need this. Either you figure out how to fucking do it with what you have, or you figure out specifically what you need, and you don't waste money on stupid shit. Go out there and struggle. Go out there and hate life for a little while with what you have. Don't spend a bunch of fucking money, because I promise you, tactical gear is like, it ages like milk. It doesn't retain value. You know what I mean? Like, go on tax swap and just type in cry and compare and contrast it with the shit online. Like, a ton of it will be for sale, and it's because nobody's buying it. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. Don't fall for it, chat. Go out there, fucking train, turn off YouTube, and put yourself in some troubling situations, in the sense of like, I'm gonna, I don't know, look at it from a crawl, walk, run perspective. Okay, maybe you don't have to go straight to doing a weekend trip with your rucksack and your kit. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. Then you might quit halfway through, or partway through the first night, and because it's just like, wow, this Camelback that I bought is absolutely hot garbage, and it broke in my fucking rucksack because X whatever. It doesn't matter. You'll figure it out the fucking hard way, one way or another. But you know, either way, take what you have and just try basic tasks that you would normally run into, like, oh yeah, my LRRS, long range reconnaissance surveillance fucking patrol kit. I have a minimalist shelter in there. I think it's gonna work. Okay, go in the backyard and set that shit up, cousin. See what it's like to actually use it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, don't figure out, you know, when God forbid, if it's too late, that the shit doesn't work. You know what I mean? What's this guy says? Those camelbacks absolutely boiled in Fallujah. Yeah, dude. I fucking hate camelbacks. Camelbacks are so lame, dude. They make the water taste like shit. Like like sucking on that straw just to get a literal sip of water is, dude. I chug max. I'm a chug maxer. You know what I'm saying? I want to crack the fucking lid open and just and open up the gates, dude. Let that water in. Real shit. I fucking hate camelbacks, dude. I fucking hate them. However, I will say, I think the water bladders that you can get are pretty cool. I usually have one of those in my rucksack, uh, but it's for the purpose of refilling my other water vessels, like my canteens and shit like that. Uh, Faceless Entity says, that's why I buy surplus now. That's a great point. You know what I mean? A great way to get into some tried and true gear, usually for a low cost, without having to fucking like commit to a novel idea for something that's like gooberishly expensive. You know what I mean? Same thing with I think I saw somebody else say it. Guns and Steel. Airsoft is great for that. Airsoft gear. Uh-oh. Here comes another famous Uncle Oji hot take. Uh, some airsoft gear is just good to go, bro. I mean, like, some people call Condor fucking airsoft cringe tier fucking shit, but, like, dude, listen. I have had the same fucking Taps knockoff Condor rig for like 8 years. And I used it while I was in the Army for 2 years. Doing trainings, fucking field exercises, training, field problems, whatever. Brought it back out, used it for another fucking 5 years, and then I just was like, I'm gonna try something else. God damn these cats, dude. I'm gonna try something else, and I did. But it still is good to go. It didn't break on me. You know what I mean? That's like actually using it. So, yeah, Faceless Entity, you could buy Condor at the PX. Where do you think I got it? I bought it on a fucking military installation, for crying out loud. That should say something. You know what I mean? So, with all that being said, I mean, I think it's important to, like, because obviously we can only spend so much time uh, touching grass. You know what I mean? Like, we have to return to the 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 rectangle eventually, and consume cringefluencer content like this. And fuck, fucking but I think it's a good idea to not. It's okay, obviously, to consume content on YouTube that, it's like people who are in a different fucking disposition than you, either financially or just gear wise. They have more stuff than you. They have access to better training, better areas to train in, uh, shit like that. But it's like, chat, you can't hold yourself to the same standard as everybody else, okay? You got to make the most with what you have. And I promise you, you can always do more than what you think you can. Okay? Like, even if it's not... Oh my God. Chat, calm down. Chat, chill the fuck out, alright? I'm talking. Listen, a black woman is speaking. Listen and learn, okay? Fucking... If your training doesn't always have to involve going to the range and pulling the fucking trigger, because, like, realistically, in terms of LARPing and shit like that, fucking gunfighting is maybe in an austere environment, maybe 10% of what you could ever expect to do. God forbid if you ever have to be in that situation. Like, have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about, like, if SHTF really happened, how often are you going to be, like, actively shooting your gun? Probably not a lot, honestly. And if you are doing it a lot, you're probably going to die very soon. you know, like it's a good thing to not seek violence. Yeah, obviously, if it finds you, it finds you, and you should be what's the old proverb? You should be a warrior in a garden or some shit like that. Like, that's obviously sound advice. Practice, train, do the things. But it's like, if that's all you do, if that's all you do, then I mean you're neglecting so many other things that it's like, you know, if the fucking water turned off tonight, okay, you're probably gonna be one of the first people to die. Like, let's just be honest. Like, you're not gonna make it, and it's because you haven't prepared. Okay, you haven't prepared to do the fucking thing that actually sustains you instead of, like, or instead hey, quit chewing on my cord, Yuka. This little fucker just got caught chewing on my cord. Get out of here. Go play. um. Yes, correct. General Hai Ping. Be a warrior in the garden instead of a gardener in war. That's exactly what I was looking for. Thank you. So, I think I said this in the, or no, I didn't say this in the last stream. I said this in the video that I'm working on right now. Um, fucking that, so many people are so quick to rush to destruction, whether that be their own or other people's. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are, they think, that they want violence, that violence is going to solve all of their problems, and and it's because of a lack of control in their own life, and so they're like, well, I'm a fucking loser, so, like, instead of just doing the boring thing, I'm gonna do the cool thing in my mind. I'm just gonna buy guns and ammo, but I'm never gonna learn how to dig a well, or I'm never gonna store a single gallon of water in my house in case the fucking water turns off in my apartment. You know what I mean? Like, or I'm not gonna have fucking friends that I can count on locally that I train with. No, I'm just gonna be a spiteful ass motherfucker on the internet. You know what I mean? like, brother, hey, brother, choose life. Learn to sustain yourself and others. God gave you a back to not only carry your own burdens, but the burdens of others. And that is a much more profitable thing than just learning how to fucking shoot people better. And so, like, I understand that it's cool. I understand that it's like, there's a lot of appeal to it, because obviously it's more than just the utilitarian aspect of, like, gun does this job, so that's it. Like, obviously it's a hobby. It's cool. I am a part of that hobby. Absolutely, 110%. But, like, yeah, if you have, 1,000 rounds of 5.56 on standby, but, you know, if the grocery store shelves were fucking empty tomorrow, and you have maybe a week's worth of food in your house, like, what are you doing? I'm fucking serious. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Do you have anybody else that you can depend on besides yourself? Can you help other people? Because that's your job. If you're a fucking man, you need to be able to provide. How many of you have asked yourselves if you could provide for somebody else if they were in need? Or can you just fucking pull a trigger? You know, do you just have good splits? Can you or you know, you just spent so many months just learning how to shoot at 1,000 yards. Like, I'm sorry, but like somebody like that doesn't have a place in my tribe. Because I do have a tribe. Obviously, I have my own personal goon squad, as many of you should. You know what I mean? Ow, cat! It's clawing me. As many of you should. You guys should have, you know, that community, that camaraderie, that brotherhood, that goon squad that you can depend on and lean on each other in times of distress. Whether it's natural disasters, whether it's, you know, Red Dawn invading the fucking country or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It should just be more than guns and ammo. It should be knowledge. It should be camaraderie. It should be service to others. It cannot just be destruction, is what I'm trying to say. Be that warrior in the garden. It's so important, dude. It's so important. And you know, the being a marauder is never it's never going to work out for anybody for long. You know, there's always going to be bigger fish. All right. Instead of being the biggest fish, you should be a fisher of men. All right. Build that community. Sustain yourselves. Sustain others. So important. Uh, let's have a look at the chat here for a sec. That was a long tirade. Sorry, but that's very personal to me. You know what I mean? That's something that means a whole lot to me because you know it's neglected in this community. And that's why I really hark as a very mediocre content creator on community itself. You know what I'm saying? Like my Discord. We got 33 people watching the chat right now. I have a free Discord in the description. Join the Discord. If you don't have like-minded people that you could share and discuss this information with, join the Discord. It's absolutely free and it will always be free. Find people to train with, find people to share information with. Fucking iron sharpens iron. You know, we got a lot of iron in the Discord, like over 100 homies, and I'm very proud of that. So, having a look at the chat here. Guns of Steel, man, preach, preach, preach. So glad God gave you a powerful voice. Thank you, Guns and Steel. Honestly, the good in me is God in me. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? It's if it was up to me, I would say be selfish. But I gotta suppress that as much as possible. I gotta get out of the way. That's what it is. I gotta get out of the Holy Spirit's way as much as possible because this flesh is corrupt and evil and cringe. Um, let's see. Pork Chop says, "Yeah, that requires friends, dude. I get it. All right. I started. It's a continual thing. All right, to find that goon squad. It took me years. Okay, and even if even if it takes you 10 years, if you could find one person that you could trust with your life in that 10 years, all of that time was worth it. You know what I mean? It was worth it. It was worth it in the end. And honestly, like if you're as passionate about it as you know as you think you are, if you show that to other people and you're very genuine about it, people that are also as passionate and genuine about it are going to find you. Like you know what I mean? Like people like us find each other. It's just what we do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, keep looking. It's okay. And in the meantime, while you're doing it, I mean, try and be an asset to that future person. Try and be somebody that is a wealth of knowledge. Cat, get off of my keyboard! Crying out loud. Try and be that wealth of knowledge, so that when the time comes and you guys train whatever, then it's like you can share everything that you know, and he could share everything that he knows, and blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? It'll work out in the end, King. It will work out in the end, King. Yuka said so. Yuka said it will work out in the end, right? Say it. God, you're so cute. I love you. Let's see here. General Hyping says, Uncle Oji does not see race, he only sees autism. That is absolutely true. Jokes aside, alright, being actually racist is gay. Don't be racist, chat. Alright, don't. Don't. We were all created in the image of God. Amen? PT, this is a really good point. PT says, like, the problem that I have had in the past is getting burned by groups and people to the point where I don't want to try anymore. Okay. PT, I, on a spiritual level, know where you're coming from. Because this has happened to me for a long time in the past. Luckily, I've worked past it now, and I'm with good people that I train with and that I can depend on now. But when I was growing up, prior to the army, I was a part of a group that I trained with that were your typical, like, fucking super cringe, like, boomer, fucking radical, like, just anti-government. Like, all they wanted to do was they were just hoping, they were basically Antifa but on the right. You know what I mean? And like it was ridiculous. It was fucking ridiculous. Because it's like I appreciated the passion at first because they were, motivated and shit, but like at the end of the day, it's like they never wanted to do any difficult training. All they wanted to do was bitch and moan. All they wanted to do was fucking fed bait and shoot guns and be fat and be lazy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I was like, this is fucking stupid. I'm like, I'm just gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna join the army. I'm gonna join the army. I'm gonna get some real training. I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna show you guys how it's done. And I did. I did that. I came back and I trained with them like one or two more times. And luckily, through them, I met some mutual friends, ex-mutual friends, because we don't fuck with that group anymore. And like, we fucking, it's been golden ever since. It's been great because it's like, it was a headspace thing. You know what I'm saying? You guys can have a mutual appreciation for the same hobbies, same interests, political stance, opinions, whatever. But, if your priorities are different, then shit's just not going to work. But that's why it's important. This is the whole point that I'm trying to say, PT, is that same thing as I told Porkchop. If you stay like, this is so gay to say out loud, but if you stay true to yourself, King, if you stay true to your word, like, other people will find you, and you'll create that bond that is going to be 10 times better than being in a group of 10 other people that you feel out of place with. So don't give up. Literally, do not give up. If your problem is these guys, all they do is flat range shit and that's lame, it's like, go and do other shit. If you want to meet people who like to camp, you got to go camping, bro. Yeah, I mean, you got to do the thing. You got to do the thing that you want to meet the people that do also like doing the thing do. So, absolutely. Um, let's see here. Fud Foo. Iron is soft, though. Need that carbon, yo. Correct. Uh, Stop Noting says, all my fellow brothers in Christ are my goon squad. Amen, brother. Amen. Amen. Uh, yeah. Christ is king, chat. If you ever feel alone, um, there's only one man who can pay for all of your iniquities. That's Jesus Christ, Son of God, Savior. He's the only one. If you're ever alone, just remember that you're not alone. For there is no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. For you were passed from death unto life. And ye may know that ye have eternal life if you have faith in Jesus Christ. Amen. Let's see here. A couple more talking points. 29 people in the chat before we continue. Chat, if you haven't liked the stream, please make sure that you like the stream. Liking the stream is cool. It'll make you feel good. It makes me feel good. You don't have to give me money, chat. Not yet. You don't have to give me money. If you wanna give me money, you absolutely can, but it's not required. You don't have to do it. I got shirts, and I got a subscribe star. But if you want to support me, you do it out of the kindness of your own heart. Okay. I do this because I love this. So, and I work a full-time job. So, until I get fired from that, and I have to start begging for money, don't worry about it. Thank you, Spartan Striker. Thank you. Big Ol' Bear says, "Do monkey, never rely on Uncle Sam to feed you." That's right. Yeah. That's something that I really has been on my mind lately. Is like the black pill, nothing ever happens mindset that a lot of people have in the current political climate. And it's almost like, how could you not? You know, like why wouldn't you? It's over. Chat, it's always been over. It's always gonna be over. So you might as well just do your best to live live the best life that you can. Prepare as much as you can. You know, your goal, okay? If you're able to forget about fucking the rampant consumerism that's being fucking fed to you on YouTube. If you're able to just look away from that, your main goal as a Minuteman, as a prepared citizen, as a goon, should be to, one, learn as much as you can. You shouldn't own as much as you can, you should learn as much as you can. And two, be prepared for everything so that you can worry about nothing. I'm going to say that again. Be prepared for everything so that you can worry about nothing. This is a piece of wisdom that I have been adhering to for a long time, because it's like the constant bombardment of fear porn that's on the internet is enough to make any man go crazy. So like you got to give yourself a break, dude. You know what I mean? Like let your brain do its job and be happy for a little while. Disconnect. Return to monkey. This is a motif that I've been spewing about for over an hour now. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck off YouTube. Go train. Return to monkey. You know what I'm saying? And don't worry about shit. Don't worry about what other people think about you. Influencers. Don't worry about what they say about the shit that you have or don't have. Get out there and train. Find people who also want to train. Train with them. and give your life to Jesus Christ. That's all you got to do, chat. That's all you got to do. It's as simple as that. That's the key to happiness right there. As a goon larper, it's not a lot. I'm not asking you to build a rocket ship. I'm asking you to take the crayon and color within the lines. Because you are a Minuteman, despite what anybody says about you. Simple as that. Simple as that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about other people. God, people just be worrying so much. Giving so much of their life essence, of their time, that they'll never get back. Thinking about a rifle in their safe or something like that. Don't do it. Don't fall for that trap, okay? When you're on your deathbed, are you going to think about that rifle that you didn't build? Are you? Are you going to think about, that time that you wish you had a different rucksack when you didn't? When you were out in the woods having a great time with the homies? No. You're not. You're not going to think about that stuff. So why would you think about it now? You shouldn't. Simple as. Shepard says, don't worry about it is literally the best advice that you can give to someone. It's true. It's very true. It's very true. That's why I'm saying it. Yuka, get off the desk. Thank you. Faceless Entity says, you know something a lot of tactical people don't prepare for, which is the most likely outcome. Old age and retirement. Amen, brother. Amen. Dude, okay. Yes, this is something that is... Hey, if you're going to live in my walls, you got to pay rent or get out, dude. Because you must have heard me talk about this at some point. But it's true. It's true. That's why I say, prepare for everything, worry about nothing. It's so that, you get to the point, okay? Like, if you have nothing, then I understand, like, feeling that little bit of a fire under your ass where you're like, I don't have a week's worth of food. I don't have, over 100 rounds of ammunition for my gun. I don't have a way to purify water. I don't have any of this stuff. I'm a complete normie. If you're here, if you made it to this point of guntuber slop on YouTube, then you're probably not at that point. You're way past the other side of the bell curve. But I understand, the feeling that motivation to consume. You know what I mean? But most of us have been doing this for so long that it's like, when can you give yourself a break? When can you give yourself a break and just focus on fucking living, dude? Because that was something that I had to ask myself. It's like all of my time, effort, money, motivation for years and years and years and years went into just buying prepper related shit. And I had to rob myself of so much joy because that was the main priority of my life for so long. Chat, you can't do that to yourself. You owe it to yourself to live while life is still pretty fucking good. And trust me, it is. It's not. Things ain't as... Don't take the black pill, chat. I understand. This is the whole point of my next video, dude. God, I need to just finish it. Just get it out there. But this is literally the whole point of my next video, is that, like, listen, chat, things ain't so bad. Alright? I know we all do this thing for the same reasons, but, like, you still can't forget to just live your life. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying, I'm like, when you're laying on your deathbed, are you going to be thinking about that ruck you didn't buy? Because if you're laying on your deathbed, clearly you didn't need that ruck. But you're going to be thinking about that time that you passed up going on a camping trip with the fucking homies because you had spent your fourth fucking paycheck in a row on buying ammo when you already have a 1,000 round surplus. Or, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta be willing to take risks to live, dude. You gotta take risks to live. This is so philosophical and so beyond like the original point of the video, but yet it still applies. It still applies, I promise. Because like, being a Minuteman is more than just like preparing for fucking everything and devoting your life and your money towards just gun stuff and preparing for XYZ disaster, SHTF, end of the world as we know it, blah 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 blah, LARP scenario. Okay, it's a mindset. It's a mindset, and you train yourself both in skill and mindset to say, you know, I am ready for this. Even if I'm not 100% fucking prepared, you're still 99% more prepared than people who don't even think about it until it's too late. So be at peace with that. It's okay. Because, like I said, you are way more prepared than most people. Because this isn't like a massive, normie community or anything like that. So, like I said before, allow yourself to relax. It's okay. If you don't buy that box of ammo, it will be there tomorrow. And even if it's not, you still know way more than most people, that you're way more prepared, that it's not going to be the end of your fucking life if you don't do it. So don't do it. Rebel Spirit says, I'll never regret ammo buys. I feel that. But I'm mainly speaking to the person who, they realistically can't afford it, but they do it anyway. Because they feel a sense of urgency that is manufactured by an industry. Do you know what I mean by that? Am I talking crazy, chat? Have you ever felt a sense of urgency that was fake, that was pushed by the industry that is trying to get you to buy something? Because I have. I just don't worry about it anymore. Because it's like I said, this was what I was talking about a few minutes ago. You know, it comes to a point where it's like you have to just give yourself a break, or you're gonna go fucking crazy, or you're gonna be homeless. You know what I mean? It's one or the other. You know what I'm saying? There's been so many times where I have I've convinced myself from consuming content on YouTube and things like that. Like I'm like, oh my god, this is it. This is it. It's the end of the fucking world. It's here. It's finally here. I could cash in and all the stuff that I prepared, and then it didn't happen. And yet we're still here. And you're watching a video on YouTube of some guy drinking whiskey in his house wearing a pink mask. How bad are things really? How bad are things really? God bless. God bless. Let's see here. Let's have a look at the chat. Guns of Steel says, whenever I have a bad day, I think to myself, there's a billion or more people in the world who would trade places with me right now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen. Your worst day is somebody's best. Straight up. If, in the words of Risky Krisky, it's gonna get worse before it gets worse. So if you think shit's bad, dog, we ain't even there yet. We ain't even past the first checkpoint. Straight up. Things ain't that bad. Trust. And be glad in that. Be glad in that. PT says, love the stream and the advice. Thanks. Got to jet and work on this novel. Good luck with that, brother. God bless. Faceless entity. To be frank, I do this stuff as a hobby. I don't do this stuff for a living anymore. So I don't treat it like that, but I benefit from the knowledge and from this as a hobby itself. I feel ya. Yeah. Um, it, that's what initially drew most of us into it. I feel like was that it's just something that was appealing. It was cool. I mean, if there really was a sense of urgency, do you think that you know we would still be talking about it in the same vein that we do now? You know what I mean? Like imagine if we were like Ukraine, where it's like we got invaded by a by a by another sovereign country, and it's just like we saw it coming somehow, and we're like, yep, this is what we need to do, this is how we got to prepare, this is what you need, blah 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 blah, tactics, equipment, gear, training, SOPs, yada yada yada. Didn't actually need it. We never needed it. And it's not to say that like to lull you into a full sense of security, but it's just like, you know, like I said, you have to be able to smell bullshit. You got to get good at that. If you get good at anything other than just flat range mall ninja shit, get good at smelling bullshit. Because I mean, fear porn is aplenty in the 21st century. So nobody's immune to propaganda, but I mean, you could build up a resistance to it. That's for damn sure. Let's see here. Big Old Bear says, "Is that a genuine G-Watt issued head cover?" No, I'm not that old. Uh, I am of the multicam era. Um, Gun Steel, I had that mindset and have been homeless. Still have a credit card debt. Learn from other folks. Guns and Steel, a fellow homeless king. I used to be homeless too. Fun fact. Right before I joined the army. That was one of the driving factors for me joining in the first place, was that I was literally fucking homeless. Um, but yeah, I mean, cat off the desk. Thank you. You know, if and it goes to show that if I could be a living testimony to anybody, to any of you, that if you just focus on like being in this prepper mindset and you forget to live, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have been able to attain half of the stuff that I have now. And don't get me like, I don't have a lot. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to be prideful or anything like that. Um, but everything I do have, I worked for. You know what I'm saying? So like, live life. One of your preps should be prepping for retirement. Like somebody said before, you should the the end of the world for you should be the end of your life. You know what I mean? Like, you should plan on having a family. You should plan on retiring, and you should plan on and dying of old age, because that changes everything. That changes every single fucking thing. So, yeah, good point. Good point, Guns and Steel. Um, let's see here. Invaded invaded by the United Armed Forces of Askrakistan. Yeah, God forbid, dude, because it would be over day one. Hold on, it's lightning outside, and I gotta let my dog in. One sec. Oh, man. Chat, how are we feeling tonight? There's 31 people here hanging out, talking about some philosophy, talking about prepping. Like, this is cool as hell. You know what I mean? I just want to know how we are feeling. I just want to know how everybody is doing today. How's life? When was the last time somebody checked in on you? Because I'm checking in on you right now. While you guys are submitting your responses. Another shameless plug. If you're tuning in for the first time, Hana, chill the fuck out. If you're tuning in for the first time, thank you. Link in the description for my free Discord if you want to hang out with like-minded people. Many of the people in this chat are from the Discord. They're all homies. You know, we talk and shoot the shit 24 hours a day. Fucking terminally online, some of us. Sometimes me included. Go ahead and join the Discord there. If you want to support me, I got fucking t-shirts and shit. And a subscribe star. So, if you want to make poor financial decisions, which is like the antithesis of everything that I was talking about in the stream, that's a great way to do it. Don't give money to the Leviathan. Give some bread to Unk. You know what I mean? Hey, Unk wants some bread, okay? Because when I get more bread, the homies get fed, okay? When I get more bread, it doesn't mean that I get fatter. It just means the table gets bigger, and I open it up to the homies. So if you support me in what I do, those are some great options to support me. But it's not necessary. You don't have to. This is still a passion project for me, and it always will be. As you can see by my upload schedule, there's still other things that I worry about first and foremost, so it's not required. But if you have a Discord, you need to join the Discord. That's a no-fail task. Be a part of the Goon community. Okay. Let's have a look at the chat here. Kevo says, finishing up first half of the shift, then meal time. Amen, brother. Hey, keep stealing time. Keep stealing time, brother. Oh, man. Watching live streams at work was some of my favorite shit to do when I could get away with it. But now I swing hammers for a living, so I can't really stare at my phone as much as I'd like to. Random question. What is your opinion on something like the 5.56 by 30 Mars in theory? If I had an opinion on it, I would tell you, but unfortunately, I have never heard of the 5.56 by 30. So I will look it up real quick and give you my initial thoughts on it. Interesting. Oh. Maybe try typing 5.56, you fucking idiot. The Colt Mars. This looks like a stinky little bullet. Here, let's get the desktop. There we go. Look at that. Guys, I figured out how to use Streamlabs. Isn't that cool? So, Colt Mars Mini Assault Rifle System. Okay. So what is it? Like a shorter 5.56? Yuka, get the fuck off my desk, dude. I'm not going to tell you again. Daddy's going to have to punish you. Can I get like a comparison to 5.56? Is this it? That looks like it. It looks like a stinky little bullet. So what is the point? What is the point of this bullet? Left to right, 556 Mars, and then M193. It looks like a 5.7. Spiritual successors to the M1 carbine. Ooh, I like the M1 carbine. So is this just higher velocity or something? What do we got here? Okay, here we go. This is what we were looking for. 556 by 30, 55 grain FMJ. It's the blue line. Okay. Oh my god. It's got like an 800 FPS difference out of a 10.5. Still drops off pretty damn similar. Energy. Ooh. So what the fuck is the point of this? How is this better than 5.56? Like, what am I missing? Who said that? Hi ping. What is this? What is the point of 556 Mars? I think it is what everybody is trying to achieve with shorty ARs without the drawbacks. Which drawbacks? It's just a smaller bullet. It's got less velocity. Less flash and concussion, supposedly. Yeah? Yeah, that could be. I mean, you could just use a suppressor. Because, I mean, if it's hypersonic, it's hypersonic. It's going to have concussion regardless. So, I mean, if anything, you're just suppressing the flash. You know, concussion is just hypersonic rapport, typically, and also flash, but you could subdue that with a proper muzzle device like a suppressor. Alrighty. Rebel Spirit Operations. Does the naked rifle have to be a budget thing, or can it be kind of Gucci? You could go as far as you want to go with it, but like the point that I was making in the naked rifle video was that it is supposed to it's not supposed to be super expensive. The whole point of it was to be like oh shit. Hold on. Sorry. The whole point of it was to be like, you know, hey, look at what you can achieve without spending a shit ton of money. And realistically, with a naked rifle, the only things that you would really spend money on is maybe good iron sights and a good BCG and a good barrel, because there's not really a whole lot else that you could spend money on. You know what I mean? The second most expensive thing on a rifle besides the rifle itself is the optic. So if you're not spending a shit ton of money on optic, you could just focus on just the rifle, the guts, and that's it. So I mean, I mean, you could go as far as you want with it, but it's not, I guess, 100% necessary. I would say if you're going to spend money on anything, obviously start with the BCG, but besides that, yeah, get a good barrel, and yeah, simple as, brother. Good iron sights, because you know the Magpul backup sights are kind of shit. Shepard, Uncle Oji, what are your thoughts on media not feeling the same and not seeming as enjoyable? Or is it us, or is it them? That is a fucking really good question. Yeah, this was I was talking about this at the beginning of the stream, was that I think, hold on, my cat is being a real prick right now and I have to stop him. I had to imprison my cat. Sorry. One sec. I'm gonna grab another drink. Okay. Sorry for the delay. Um, 38 people in the chat. Holy shit. What's up, guys? Welcome in. First time homies, my name's Uncle Oji. I'm a cringefluencer in the guntuber space. I hate the industry and what it's become, so I'm trying to return it to its former glory. Join the Discord, link in the description. Fellow gun autists, schizophrenic LARPers, and neurodivergent types alike. Absolutely all are welcome. Yeah. Anyway, to answer your question, Shepard, to read your question one more time, what are your thoughts on media not feeling the same and not seeming as enjoyable? Is it us or is it them? It's them. It's 100% them. And I say that because fucking, like, I mean, look at, like, if you have been on YouTube as long as I have, and I'm not trying to say that as like a dick measuring thing, you know, which would be a really weird flex anyway, because I'm not like oh yeah, I've been terminally online for 20 years. What's up? You know, like that's a weird flex, but you know, it's like I've seen how YouTube started and what it eventually became. You know what I mean? So like Uh, no, it's definitely them. And like the reason why it's been so appealing, or the reason why it feels different, it's because it is different. It used to be grassroots. It used to be small content creators in their fucking basements, in their backyards, in their living rooms, on the range, at their buddies, like whatever. Like it used to be that, and it's not anymore. Like GunTube content is fucking Hollywood now. You know, your top 50, your top 50 gun tubers either A are all a part of the same content creator management agency, aka fucking Leviathan Group, or B, you know, are trying to be something like that and just want to sell you something. You know, they just want free shit or they want to make money. You know, there's no passion in it anymore. And it's like you can't show somebody what passion looks like, but you know when it's there. You know what I mean? Because I mean, I could tell. I could tell by looking at a title and a thumbnail that like, yep, this guy's going to try and sell me something. And that's really fucking disheartening because it's a lot of fucking videos that I see nowadays. So, no, it's not you. It's not us. It's them. They have changed. But, luckily, I think this is something that I've said in other streams and what I said at the beginning of the video, is that the pendulum is swinging back in the other direction. Where YouTube started out that way, you know, with content creators like Nut and Fancy, Such, Hickok45, Paul Harrell, fucking all these like early guntuber prepper channels and shit like that, James Yeager, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously some of them did it as a job, you know, they gave classes and shit, but like, they still did it out of pure passion to propel the industry as a whole, the community, not even the industry, the community as a whole forward. That was their main prerogative. Whereas some of these other content creators, what is their main prerogative? Selling their content and selling a product. That fucking sucks. But luckily, I think there's a shift in the mindset of everybody who is a part of this community as a whole, and I think it's getting better. I've been seeing a lot more smaller channels rising up, creating content, and fixing the problem by being better than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? That was my thing. The whole reason I got on YouTube was because I was tired of seeing videos that I didn't want to watch. So I was like, oh, I'm just going to make videos that I want to watch. You know what I mean? It's simple as that. And it doesn't necessarily matter to me if it doesn't pan out to be, you know, the most lucrative bread and circus fucking content for the masses, because that's not the point. The whole point is that, you know, when it started, when this whole thing started, you know, when you were watching videos of, like, you know, people doing LARP scenarios in the fucking woods and shit like that, or running like this is my my shooting drill course that I've made up, blah blah blah, fucking, it's like they had like 2,000 views from a video that was uploaded 2 years ago. That's fine. That's okay. Dude, it's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? Like, it's not for everybody. But the people that it's for, like, you hope that they can see it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the waters have been really muddy lately, for a long time. More than it should have. But I'm seeing things start to be better, and that makes me happy. I'm very glad about that. So, yeah, to answer your long motherfucking story short, bag of jelly beans up my ass later. It's them. It's not us. Don't worry about it too much. Guns of Steel says, it's great. Had a cool night with the boys over the weekend playing air shit with night vision and staying up late with drinks. God bless, that sounds like fun. Holy hell. That sounds cool as shit. Good for you. Mike D, damn dude, you are down to earth and real, not plugging sponsored products. Kudos to you. Thank you. I don't think I'm very sponsorable anyway, so, you know, if anyone's going to sponsor me, it's me. Links in the description. Buy a shirt, subscribe, start if you want to, or don't. I don't really care. The more important thing to me is you know, rebuilding the community to be wholesome chungus. Big Ol' Bear says, when I get bread, the homies get fed. That should be put on the shirt. Yeah, it should be. I cooked with that one. Welcome back, faceless entity. It's cringe that you had to leave in the first place. How dare you? James Yeager, I remember the whole trench diving fiasco. Oh my god. Are you talking about when he was like dying and he wanted to go to Ukraine to like help train soldiers and shit like that? It's just like, yeah, no, I feel bad for the guy. God bless him. God bless him and his family. ALS is a bitch. Fuck ALS. All my homies hate ALS. Rebel Spirit, would you accept a discount code or sponsorship from a truly good product that people use? Yeah, I would, but I mean, the whole point, like, there has to be a line drawn. You know what I mean? In terms of sponsorships and shit like that, like, that's the whole point of Leviathan Group, is that they work with content creators to push products that the industry wants them to push. They make a lot of money doing that. So, like, it's sort of like a mutual beneficiary thing. And I don't want to be part of that problem, because it is a problem. Because a lot of people go to YouTube to not see paid advertisements. They want when you go to buy a product, do you like, you know, are you going to, let's say you're gonna buy a Mystery Ranch backpack. Okay, are you gonna go to a Mystery Ranch sales rep for information on it, or are you going to go to somebody who spent real money out of their own pocket that they earned from their real job, owned that product, and has real world experience with it? Which information is more valuable? You know what I mean? More than likely, it's the grassroots one. It's the individual owner. You don't go to the industry who is biased. You go to individuals. Faceless Entity says, Unk, you ready for a hot take? We love hot takes around here. What do you got? Stuff like LG is need, because without them there is no market. How? What do you mean? Are you saying like Smith and Wesson would cease to exist without Leviathan Group? Go look at countries who do not have such things. Well, we exist in sort of like a pocket dimension, apart from any other open market country. You know what I mean? Advertising, new customers, research and development. Yeah, but that's the thing, is that like the quote unquote research that like the Leviathan Group members do, 99% of the time has to be fucking like, you know, you can't be too critical. You can't shit all over it. Or if you do, it's like a borderline breach of contract. You know? You can't be doing that. You can't shit where you eat. Like these guys, you know, here's I challenge you. I challenge you. Faceless Entity, I challenge you. Go to any of these content creators that are definitely a part of Leviathan Group, which you could look up. It's like open information. You could see who their content creators are. And look up any of their videos and see how many of them have made a genuinely bad review for a product. Genuinely bad review. Because trust me, there have been plenty of products that are deserving of criticism. Either all of these motherfuckers have like just the most vanilla, like surface level understanding tastes in the industry, or they have to be muted and diluted in their opinions on them. So it's like their criticisms have to be like kitty gloved. You know what I mean? It can't be full force like, oh, I really didn't like this, or I can't recommend this product. You know what I mean? Rebel Spirit, I hear you 1,000% about paid shills and pushing shit you don't need. That being said, as somebody who loves this training shit and a man who works for his bread, if I know a product is solid, I'd rep a discount. Absolutely. You know what I mean? But that's the thing, is that like I would be entering into a world where, you know, what's up, Bones? I would be entering into a world where, it's like I almost have to justify my actions in the sense of like, like I am doing a review of this specific product. Fucking, there is, you know what I mean? Like how can you know? How can you know that I'm not being fucking paid off if I truly endorse something so much so that I have a fucking referral code for it? You know? That's kind of why I don't do reviews on the channel. You know, that unless there's something that just genuinely doesn't have a review that I feel like should, then then I'll do a review of it. But it's like that. How many reviews have I done? One. The fucking Vortex Venom, and it was because there's literally no other fucking videos on it. So it's like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna buy it. So, and I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna make a video on it. It was my first video, and that was why I did it. You know, that was the only agenda, was that there was no other videos. All you have to say is disclaimer before absolutely zero context. Correct. Presentation and verbiage tends to clue me in. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, you could tell when these motherfuckers are like, you know, selling you something. It's pretty clear. It is pretty clear, and it shows itself almost right away. It needs to be made legal requirement that if you are being paid, provided, or otherwise compensated in any capacity, you must disclose in plain English at the very beginning. Yeah, in a perfect world. In a perfect world. And some content creators do that, which I can appreciate. Like, typically like Mr. Guns and Gear and Honest Outlaw, if I had to drop names, like, they're pretty good about being like, hey, this was sent out to me for review, full disclosure, fucking outside of that, I don't have any relation to them, so they're not paying me to blah, 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 blah. However, it's kind of been alluded to that they can say that and still have an agenda to push because it's not necessarily the manufacturer or the provider of the product itself that told them, hey, say this or that. It's Leviathan Group who set up the deal to begin with. So while they can say I don't have a reputation or a relationship with XYZ company, but they did send this to me for free, it's like, yes, but sort of deal. You know what I mean? Oh man. It's a courtesy, especially if you get it for free. Absolutely, Scout. Absolutely. I wouldn't know though. I pay for everything. I am unsponsorable. Nobody wants to say that they gave their product to be reviewed to a man in a pink mask. And that's okay with me. You know what I mean? I almost hope I can be ridiculous enough that, the industry looks at me almost like how they would look at any other potential buyer, you know? You should do an unboxing of the stuff I sent you on the stream. Uh, yeah, I could do that. I definitely could do that. I don't. I was gonna say I want to build that rifle on stream, but I don't know if that's something I can do on stream because YouTube streaming rules are really gay. Where, like, if you fucking don't, like, you can't show guns on stream in your hand, but like on a screen capture is totally okay. I picked up a discount code for Steel Optics plates after having some of the biggest name brand shit fail on me. Perhaps my own justification, but since a handgun is EDC protection, I have beef with. Aluminum optics plates. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, you can't. Yeah, video is okay. That it's so convoluted. If you can't fucking build a gun, build out a rifle on stream, but you can do it in a video. You can't show guns live, but if you do like a screen share, like if I was to, do this and then over here fucking point and click to fucking different guns and shit like that. That's okay. That's fine. But I can't hold it in my hand physically. It's so gay. It's so gay. What the fuck is YouTube? What is YouTube, bro? Would you be sponsored by Cola Warrior? You wouldn't get anything but bragging rights. What the fuck is Cola Warrior? Hold on. Oh my god, we're gonna see my search history. Chat. Chat. Y'all can't say shit about my search history, okay? Pretty basic. I was a little worried for a second. What the fuck was I looking up? Cola Warrior? Is that what that's called? Is that what you're talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Cola Warrior. Sponsored by Cola Warrior. What is Cola Warrior? There's like 50 million options for it. Yeah, Schizocast. What is Cola Warrior? That's what I want to know. Crucible of peep eating, soda chugging, obstacle course centric, and shooting. Dude. Dude. Oh my god. Whoops. Y'all pretend you didn't see that. Oh great, I gotta delete the live now. From a .mil form. No shit. So it's an obstacle course? Yo, shout out to Facebook for doxing me. Fucking lame. No, on AR-15. Okay. Hold on. Alright, let's look this up. There's people screaming outside my house right now. Hit. Northwest 5 is done. Get the fuck out of the way. Cola Warrior is a free 2-gun match, pistol and rifle that consists of 5 obstacles, eating a rail of peeps while disassembling and reassembling an AK-47, running a half-mile, shooting the pistol and rifle course, and finishing everything off by chugging a 72-ounce of carbonated beverage. Dude! Oh my god. Think hard about how you sign up. You're locked in for any special class that you sign up for. Cola vets, random draws, staff. Dude. Yo. Chat. Chat. Who said this? Faceless entity? Fucking, how many peeps are we talking, bro? How many peeps are we talking? Because I mean, I could potentially fuck that entire a whole pack. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I could probably do it. I mean, I would just have to like power vomit, like shortly thereafter. I mean, a half mile ain't shit. It's like a Wendy's 4 for 4. That could be raw as hell, honestly. That could be raw as hell. Uh, I'll have to keep an eye on this. Is this dude? Oh my god. There's an actual torrential downpour happening outside. February 13th through the 15th. Wow. Idaho? Jesus Christ. I can't go that far. I can't be that far from home. My wife will kill me. No, I'm just kidding. That would be cool. If Cola, hey, listen, Faceless Entity. If Cola Warrior wants to sponsor me, wants to sponsor my trip out there, I'll absolutely fucking make content for it and compete in the fucking shit. 100%, 100%, I will do that. My word is bond. My word is bond. Go talk to the guys on AR-15. Brother, no. I need you to set this up. I'm nobody. I am nobody on this platform. I need this. I need this sponsorship. All right, like, just give me $40 for gas, and I'll drive out to Idaho and compete for one day or one weekend. I'll make it happen. I'll take time off work. I'll do that. But I need something to be like, hey, fucking Cola Warrior sponsored this video. You know what I mean? I can only imagine how that conversation's gonna go, where it's just like, "Hey, I got, I got a guy on YouTube I want you to check out. I think he would be a great candidate to sponsor for your fucking event. I'll send you $40 right now on Zelle, dude. Does this happen like every February? No. Hold on. Just show up. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Shit. Well, bet, bet. They got camping there, cause I'm gonna have to camp out. Chat, we got 28 people in the chat. Fucking, that is pretty cool. Fucking, guys, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out. I think we've managed to keep around 20 people consistently throughout the up and down of the stream. Been streaming for 2 hours. We're going fucking goblin mode. We've reached the point in the chat, or the point in the stream, where we have gone off the fucking rails of the original intended part of the video. Is there anything that you guys want to talk about? Anything that you guys want to know? Anything that fucking... Is there a guest I should bring on? You guys want me to try and bring a guest on? I could try and do that. I did fuck around with the light faceless entity. I got to get batteries for it. I am devoid of all of my CR123s. I done fucking used them and never replenished them because I'm shitty. But it's cool. Fit and finish is fucking excellent. Honestly, I'm excited to try out, especially with the Switch that came with it. I'm excited to try it out. Favorite brand of banana hammocks? Uh, a single sock that's not on my foot. Let's see. How do you like it? Yeah, the over the shoulder fucking banana hammock. Dude, listen. I did read through the rules of the Cola Warrior shit. I know they said no sexual stuff because there's kids around, but dude, if that wasn't the case, I would 100% wear a pink Borat banana hammock, just you know, just to run that shit like fucking like a madman. Man, that would be tough, honestly. That would be fucking tough. But y'all don't want to see that, trust me. I am not the most physically appealing man. You know what I mean? I got dad bod for sure. Fucking like I unironically wear jean shorts, you know what I mean? Fucking y'all don't want to see all that. Y'all ain't ready for that. Believe you me. Ugh. Carl, hell yeah, jump up and down, make it jiggle, brother, make it jiggle. Oh, we could finally do a Gomi close up. Come here, buddy. No, it's okay. Come here, buddy. Oh, he's scared. Gomi's scared. Come here. Do you want to come up in my lap? Come here. Oh, you fat bitch! Never mind. Gomi doesn't want to be seen on camera. He just wants to be fat and goofy. And lick his asshole. And look at this guy. Oh. Yeah, look at him. Same spot. Fucking worthless. Here, let's get a light on him. Oh, there we go. Hey, go me. Yeah. What did I decide to do? Also, did you decide to do that thing with the grip? Not yet, but I do plan on it. I think honestly, sanding it down will help kind of nullify some of the texture problems with it. I think it'll be fine. I'm not too worried about it. I've dealt with hyper aggressive grips before, and usually if you just take some of the points off with some sandpaper, or whatever, it's usually good to go. I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna give it a try. Um, yeah. Let's see. Um, Damn. I unironically wore jean shorts in grade school and got bullied for being gay without knowing what being gay was. God bless. Uh, hate. Well, you know what? The haters are fucking punching the air right now because jean shorts are back, baby. We're fucking bringing it back. We are bringing sexy back, and we're starting with jean shorts. Oh my god. Alrighty. Chat, do we got anything else? Do we got anything else before we wrap this shit up? Not that I want to end it, but like, you know, I'm thinking of the YouTube homies right now. I mean, they probably clicked off by now, but it's all good. Fucking do we got any other questions, any other topics that we want to discuss? Any other fucking actions that I can take to hold your attention a little bit longer before I sign off for the night and fucking go back to Discord? Because I love hanging out with you guys, don't get me wrong. I would like to do more streams. I want to do more streams. You know what I mean? It kind of helps fill the gap between my super long upload schedule because I upload like quarterly. And that's bullshit. So I think streams kind of help pad the you know, it helps soften the blow. I made a comment about your plate carrier video about the misconception of a boogaloo. What would you think a situation like that would look like for the average Joe? My plate carrier video. Which plate carrier video? The too much shit on your plate carrier? That one? About the misconception of the boogaloo. What do you think that situation would look? What would? Oh my god. What would you think? Chat, I'm actually neurodivergent. You have to be patient with me when I'm reading. What would you think a situation like that would look like for the average Joe? Uh. I mean, the average person, if they're utilizing a plate carrier at all, it's because they're anticipating potentially being shot. You know what I mean? I commented, we're not kicking indoors and not rucking with a 90-pound rug. Yeah. There's no need. You don't have to wear a fucking plate carrier. A plate carrier, I think honestly, like I would be of the same mindset that utilizing a plate carrier in the same sense of like um utilizing a bipod on a rifle. It's something that you're not always going to have on your rifle, but it's like if you think I'm probably going to need this, I'm going to take it with me. That's the same thing for me with a plate carrier. You know what I mean? Like there's just no point in my eyes. I can't think of a situation where if I'm going to do something that requires a plate carrier, like why am I wearing a plate carrier? Maybe I didn't say that clear enough because I'm kind of drunk right now, but it's like if I don't think I'll need a plate carrier, I'm not going to wear a plate carrier. That's basically what I'm trying to say. It's as simple as that. If I'm wearing a rucksack, I'm definitely not wearing a plate carrier. It's just not going to happen. So yeah, the average Joe, if you got a plate carrier, I think the average Joe application for a plate carrier is fucking, you know, stationary defense, i.e., potentially fucking home defense. Like if you got fucking ring cameras everywhere, and you could see the motherfucking like uh the the goon squad of the Antichrist showing up to your house, like fucking, and you got time to throw on that plate carrier, put that shit on. Vehicle operations, I said this in my vehicle video, plate carriers are great because you're not suffering the negative effects of wearing a plate carrier in most other situations. i.e., moving around in a plate carrier. That's the worst part about wearing a plate carrier is the additional weight and fatigue that you feel from wearing a plate carrier. So, if you're in a vehicle, that's not a problem. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, in my eyes, it's kind of a situational thing. I don't think it's a every time thing. I mean, obviously, like plans can change. If I feel like the main thing, if I feel like I'm going to be shot at, I'm going to wear a plate carrier more than likely because I don't want to die of tension pneumothorax. I just don't want to. It's gay. It's cringe. You know. So I'll wear a plate carrier. I'll suck it up. But if I feel like there's a chance that I can avoid being shot, or if I can avoid a situation where I might be shot, then I'm probably not going to wear a plate carrier. You know, it just comes to having good planning and good choice to like good decision making in your situation to where it's like, oh, things are getting bad. I'm not going to stick around. Peace, and then you leave. You know what I mean? And then you avoid the gunfight altogether. Obviously, not always going to go as planned in this LARP scenario, but like, I mean, dude, it's up to you. The sky's the fucking limit on possibilities for fucking anything. If I'm going somewhere and I'm carrying a fucking rifle, I'm probably gonna go in there wearing a fucking plate carrier too. Simple as that. But I mean, the average Joe doesn't go getting into gunfights that often, right? So, uh, let's see. Faceless Entity, why LBE/flick over a plate carrier is better for the Minuteman than a plate carrier with everything stuck to it. Need to get people out of this tier 1 operator mindset. Yeah, that's the whole point of this video that I just did not too long ago. Let's look at it. God, the thumbnail is so funny. Yeah, this video. Literally the one before the most recent one. Too much shit on your plate carrier. Um, yeah, you don't have to just put everything that you fucking own on your plate carrier. It's just not necessary. Like, all of your preps, all of your field craft stuff, all of your sustainment, like, you just don't have to. You fucking don't have to do it. You know? There's just better options out there. Like if okay, people are going to use the excuse of like, um, oh well, XYZ military, or like I saw videos of Ukraine where guys are fucking, they have everything strapped to their fucking plate carrier, and it's like, well, yeah, those guys are like actively getting into gunfights every fucking day. Like, you're not. You're not that guy. You're not that guy, pal. So stop pretending to be that guy, because you're. It's just not necessary. It's literally just not fucking necessary. You don't have to do that. You know what I mean? Like, you're not winning any awards. So, like, chill the fuck out, dude. Fucking, being able to layer kit is a blessing. So take advantage of it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, people like to really take what they see on the internet, which is real world events. You know what I'm saying? Like real world wars, conflicts, events, and be like, "Yep, if that happens to me, this is how I'm gonna fucking prepare for it." You know what I mean? And it's just like, well, that's probably not gonna happen to you, big dog. So don't everybody plans for yesterday's war. You know, everybody utilizes yesterday's tactics for tomorrow's war. That's what I'm trying to say. and fucking the SHTF LARP scenario that is even remotely possible here in the United States isn't gonna be anything, anything like what you see online in Ukraine or in fucking India, Pakistan, or fucking in uh uh fucking Gaza or anything like that. It's just not. It's not. Because none of those conflicts are even remotely similar to each other at all. So stop applying some shit that you see online to like the shit that you are preparing for here. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Come on. Quit being naive. Just be glad you have a plate carrier at all. That's what it comes down to. You should just be glad you have a plate carrier. But don't load it down with a bunch of other shit. I think you're not doing yourself any favors. I think you should layer kit appropriately. It's like, all right, I have ballistic protection. Now I can add sustainment on top of it with a kit that, if I need sustainment and not ballistic protection, I can do that. I could forego the ballistic protection if I just need sustainment. Big brain moves. Big brain. The problem is all those people they are referencing as the benchmark have sustainment. We do not. Right. They have logistics. We have no org behind us with logistic intel or other support behind us. Yeah, that's true. No, we are more like I don't even know. I can't think of a conflict that's been even remotely like any sort of SHTF situation that we would ever face, like end of the world type shit, end of society, full kinetic conflict for whatever the fuck it is, total LARP scenario. Um, we have access to so many things, but we don't have access to any support, any logistics, like any other sort of conflict does. It's something that kind of comes later. You know what I mean? Like that's something that like even decentralized organizations sort of open up avenues for those cells to be able to sustain themselves. It's weird. It's fucking weird. I mean, but no, that's why I say prepare for everything, worry about nothing, because it's like this is your chance. This is your chance to get all of the logistic shit out of the way now. But I don't think you should worry about it so much as in the sense of like you're going to use all of it. It's gonna happen. Like, if it does, it does. God's already predetermined when you're gonna die, and you're gonna die one day anyway. Nobody makes it out of this life alive, brother. So, you should spend most of your time being good instead of planning for, being bad, getting into fights, being a ruffian. Let's see. Fud Foo, saving my Cheetos and Mad Dog. A certified Mad Dog enjoyer? Fud Foo from the hood? Scout, the closest reference we have for a situation in country are the ones that have already happened, and they are few and far between, as well as very isolated. It's very true. It's very true. Yeah, they're kind of over before they begin. And it's, typically because, like, the government is good at, like, finding radicals like that and snuffing them out. Or just making an example of people who they predetermine to be extremists. So, yeah. Carl Quit chiefing. Yeah, I think if you look at a past of natural disasters in the U.S. and look at worst cases, that is the best way to model your SHTF setup and build slash modify from there. Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of what I do. You know what I mean? Like, it's. I don't build my kit for war, you know? Because I'm not going to be in a war. It's just not going to happen. It's just not. We're blessed to live in the United States, which is an impenetrable fortress. The war will come from within, if anything. Which, depending on who you ask, it's already started, but the war isn't fought with, you know, conventional weapons. But that's neither here nor there. Um, let's see. Keckle says, "I know what you are." Thanks, Keckles. I hope I know. I'd like to get to know who you are too, or what you are. Rat stuff. Watched your last live, a fellow 380 bodyguard enjoyer. Dude, bodyguards are fucking so sick, honestly. I like them a lot. I like them a lot. I almost thought about getting one just for the nostalgia factor, you know, just for the fucking hell of it. It was literally so thin and so small, but so somehow ergonomic. It felt so good to shoot for what it was. I'll probably hold it now and be disgusted by it. I'll be disgusted by how it actually feels now after having drank from the fucking fountain of youth that is the new hotness of new micro pistols, and how much they have fucking changed over the years. I'll probably be disgusted by the fucking Bodyguard 380 now. So maybe it's one of those things I should just leave in the past. I don't know. But then again, if I come across one, they'll probably be like $200, and I'll be like, man, why not? You know? I'll be like, fuck it. Man. 21 people still in the chat after 2 freaking gosh damn hours. You still have a Bodyguard 380. I didn't realize the Bodyguard 380 was still held to such a high regard. I remember them being pretty popular back in the day because they were like, wow, an actual, like, it was between the Bodyguard and the LCP, but the LCP usually won out because it was less expensive. You know what I mean? Uh, but I still enjoyed the Bodyguard 380 more. I remember it fondly. I really do. When I carried it, I had it in one of those. I carried it in a short for a short time in this configuration. One of those leather drop-in holsters that make it look like a wallet, kinda. Where it's like this big block, like, of leather that you could keep in your back pocket, and you could just like kind of fish one finger through and you shoot it like this. It was so ass. It was so ass. But like, I bought that holster on sale. I was like, yeah, I'll give it a try. So, you know, I was trying out the gray man method type shit. My boss's EDC is a Bodyguard 380 and refuses to get something new until it dies. And that says something, Scout. That says a lot. That really does. The Bodyguard. The Bodyguard is eternal. Right, yeah, no. That was in the era where it's just like even though it was perfectly legal to carry guns, um just as it was today, there was still just like this weird like stigma around carrying guns that like people would be like 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 fucking be like are you really carrying a gun right now? Is that necessary? We're at the we're at the grocery store and you're carrying a gun? Yeah. People got short fucking memories, I'll tell you what. They forgot the last tragedy. But regardless, I'm getting ahead of myself. Fucking yeah, no, it was definitely cool at the time to carry a gun without looking like you were carrying a gun. Like as much as possible. Like to an obsessive degree. We were buying stupid shit for years, you know? The first gen pocket holster. Yeah, honestly. Honestly, that's what it was. Put it in your back pocket. I run a bodyguard and a fanny pack and Palm OC spray. Fuck yeah, dude. That's gamer shit right there, honestly. I recently added a can of bear spray to my car in case any crackheads want a fucking a nice misting. Nobody at the function knows I'm carrying enough to smoke everyone. Yeah, with six plus one of 380 and a bodyguard. Oh yeah, no, the Taurus curve, dude. I remember the Taurus curve. That shit was ridiculous, dude. I remember I had a recoil magazine edition when the Taurus curve came out. It was on the front page. Just make sure the wind isn't blowing at you. Yeah, literally. 380's not that bad. It's really not. Nobody's ever been shot by a 380 and been like, "Thank God that wasn't 9 mil." Literally, especially at self-defense distances. Quick check in the chat. Of the 21 people here that are watching and not just lurking, how many of you have been watching from the beginning of the stream? Just out of curiosity. And out of you that have been watching or are watching now, if you're not part of the Discord, hop in the Discord, please. It's free. We got homies there, just like this. Yeah, I mean, fucking. I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir right now, but just in case, hop in the fucking Discord, hang out with the boys. I'm in there. I'm terminally online, so we can chat and shoot the shit. Rat stuff. You are not being persecuted right now. I'm simply asking. I've been streaming for 2 hours. That's a tall order to just watch some asshole in his living room yap about philosophy shit and prepper shit. Yeah, I mean, from the beginning, but 5 behind. Well, I mean, honestly, the fucking uh, what do you call it? The stream The stream started prematurely because I hit go live prematurely, and I was like, "Well, fuck it, I'm here." I'm still figuring this out. All right, I'm not good at this. I am still certified unk status when it comes to this shit. Like I'm not that guy, pal. Streaming is hard. Kept the rectangle in my pocket while working. Hell yeah. If you watch a guy in a ski mask on a screen for 2 hours, usually you have to you expect a plot and it to be called a movie. This is more of like a documentary, I guess. Not really so much of a movie. Because I don't know when this is going to end. Truth be told. Eventually I'm just going to get drunk enough and just be like, alright, good night. Oh, man. Should we try and get someone else on here? Should we try and get another certified based grassroots anti-Leviathan group guntuber on here? Just got in. What happened the last 2 hours? Fellow dude, where have you been? Where have you been? Honestly, the main content of the stream fucking ended probably 45 minutes ago, if not an hour ago. So, you're missing the best part. It's when I just sit here and talk to my fucking my fellow goons here on YouTube about bullshit, you know. This is the fun part. Truly. Let's see here. I'm gonna see who's online. Maybe we can get a fellow goon tuber in. Goon tuber. We can get a fellow goon tuber in here. Oh man. Well, let me. Did you remind me of Relocated show with the ski mask? What is Relocated? I'm drinking the Vesper from James. Like the Vesper, like a cocktail. See if Vintage is on. Vintage who? Vintage Warfare. He usually will drop, dude. If Vintage Warfare came onto the stream, dude, I wouldn't know how to act. Literally. Legitimately. I might be able to get GWatt in here. He's probably online. He's terminally online. God, fuck it. I don't even know what I would talk about. Chat, how does this look? Okay, like we need to war game this. If we're gonna get Vintage Warfare in here, somehow we got to figure out how we're gonna make that happen. You know, like Ian is a calculated man. I don't have him on Discord. I don't like. I'm not part of the cool kid fucking circle. You know, like I'm friends with like the highest sub person that I'm friends with on Discord is fucking Range Day Bro. And he's cool as shit, don't get me wrong. But if I bring him on the stream, he's just gonna talk about 6 arc. and I know nothing about 6 arc. So or just ask, don't overthink it. Honestly, God, you are so right, rat stuff. Making me take my own medicine right now. But that's the thing is I don't have them on fucking Discord. I don't know how to ask them. GWAT's good people. GWAT is good people. I like him. That's a dude like I was saying before. Fucking that's just got pure love for the game. Like that dude uploads like a fucking madman, and he be talking about the craziest shit sometimes, and I love it. I'm all for it. Like his DMR series, I was locked in with the pen and paper type shit. I was like, this is awesome. This is what I like to see. You know what I mean? Jump on a focus stream and you'll get linked up with the cool cats. I have never successfully been able to get on a focus stream. And is he streaming right now? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's see if Focus Trip is streaming. Sometimes he's streaming. He streams quite a bit. Oh my god, he's streaming right now. He's streaming right now. Dead PSA theory. Who's he got in the stream? Who the fuck are these people? Oh my god, the stream quality is hot shit. Hold on. Why do these guys have the same background, dude? What is this? Mitzvot. This motherfucker, dude. Me and this guy have gone back and forth on YouTube shit talking each other several fucking times. Oh, I gotta probably turn this up. Okay, chat. Fucking, hold on. Let me go back to my chat here. Here we go. That's all I wanted to see. Shit! I gotta see what you guys are saying here. This is server ID for Focus Discord. Well, damn, that would be nice to know. G wants good people. Do not speak of Brahmin dirt. Jump on focus stream. You could do a snatch and grab. You already got the ski mask. Okay. As to join. Jumping King. It's time to grow. Listen, I don't know if you guys know this, but Focus is already subscribed to my channel. Okay. He knows who I am. Like he is a distant homie, but he's just on his own Sigma grind, and I appreciate that. But it's definitely time. It's definitely time to fucking uh try and get on. We need to get on. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do it, chat. We're gonna fucking do it. What the fuck was that link you just sent me? But how many people on his live know who you are? I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm not really trying to like bait subscribers or anything like that. It's just a fucking matter of I just want to get in there just to fucking just to see what's up. You know what I mean? Like, also, by the way, faceless entity. That link, server ID. How the fuck do I use that to join his server? I'm actually a boomer, so you have to talk to me like I'm 12. There's a link, but I don't see a thing for an ID. Yeah, I mean, IP grabber. What does that mean, bro? Listen, I'm not a spook. I don't know what that means. I'm about to just donate $1 and just be like, "Can I hop on the stream?" Because he knows who I am. Like, you know what I mean? Oh my god, he's literally just looking at memes on Instagram. Oh, for fucking crying out loud. Hang on, BRB. I'll see if I can get an invite link. Alright, thanks. If we can make this happen, this will be huge. Wait a minute. I gotta see if I could find a link for his Discord. Subscribe star on Instagram. Gay. Whoa. Chill out. Not that much. $5. Jesus Christ. Chat, you seeing this? $5 for 2 minutes? Fellow dude says, "What's top anime, bro?" Bro, hey, bro. I'll tell you what top anime is. All right, here. Hold on. All right. You see this shit? Let me show you what the fucking gamer station looks like. But let me remove some doxing photos real quick so that y'all don't know what my grandma looks like. But also here's a doxing photo. Do you guys want to see the first time that I ever put on the pink mask? Fucking peep this shit. Okay. You're going to be like, "Oh shit." You're going to be like, "What?" Dude, this is it. This is the first time that old OG ever put on the fucking mask. Right there. Nobody cared who I was until this moment. I was at an anime convention and I was trying to fucking do a Shadow Money Wizard Gang cosplay. Anyway, top animes. Here, let's have a look at the gamer station. Okay. All right. So, let's see here. The shelf. This is all just D&D dice. Nothing to see there. Got my Smiling Friends poster, but this is the real deal Holyfield. Fucking, this is sort of like a synopsis of like my favorite anime. The number one is Fooly Cooly to answer your question, the number one is Fooly Cooley, as shown by my giant Fooly Cooley poster that I have here. Close second, Berserk, sweet ass Berserk poster that I got. And then, hold on, let me remove my my shit that's blocking my desk here. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Shit ton of Doki Doki stickers. Gotta call a night on there. We got fucking Dragon Maid. Fucking Rent a Girlfriend. Yeah. You know the fucking drill. Honestly. We out here. We out here. Fooly Cooley does rule. It's hands down my favorite anime of all time. I love it. Absolutely love it. Trying to get through episode 1 of Fooly Cooley right now, but shit is so weird. Okay, are you watching the original one or one of the fucking reboot seasons? Because the reboot seasons are gay. Don't even bother. They're literally like fanfic territory levels of cringe. Into the teenage girls I see. What do you mean, dude? What do you mean? Every girl in Doki Doki is 18. Fucking what's his name said so on Steam, the developer of the game. It says it in the fucking opening shits. OG Fooly Cooley. Dude, okay, listen. OG Fooly Cooley. It's only 8 episodes. Each episode is 15 minutes long. Every time you rewatch it, it clicks more. I know that's like a hard ask to be like, hey, rewatch the same fucking anime over and over again, but it's just like, that was the first thing that I thought was, the first time I went through it, I'm like, what the fuck even happened? You know what I'm saying? But like, it was alluring enough that I did watch it all the way through, and then I gave it another chance because I'm like, it only took me 2 hours to watch it, you know? So, fucking, I watched through it again at a separate time, and it's just like, I don't know. It's cool to, it becomes like a coming of age story. It's awesome. I fucking love it. I fucking love Cooly Cooly. It's better when you don't take it super seriously because it doesn't take itself seriously. Watch Shield Hero 4 times. God bless your soul. And fucking cereal lanes. No way. Fuck no. I had to cop a physical edition of Doki Doki when it came out. Yeah, I didn't do that. But I did 100% Plus, the Plus version when it came out on Steam. That was fun. I did it day 1. You don't recognize me, but I'm... Oh, okay, dude. Thanks. Thanks for clarifying. Alright. Faceless Entity says, check my DMs. Don't know if this will work, but it's on... Yeah, no, it doesn't work. Didn't work. It did not work. Let me try going to his Instagram. 'Cause maybe... Just maybe... Hold on. Hold on, chat. This might be legendary if this super chat goes through. buy a super chat and I'm gonna see if I can't get in on this shit. Oh my god, he said it, dude. Chat, what do I say to this motherfucker? I'm trying to figure out what to say to this guy so I could join the fucking stream. Resubscribe? I'm already subscribed. Let me in. .jpeg. uh, uh, Send like 5 fucking $2 fucking shits like that. Call him the N-word and say you're rating it. Yeah, honestly. Faking gay stuff. Okay. Alright, chat. Just let me cook here. Let me cook here. Not $10. Relax.
Form fit around the gun, so you can just obviously tell there's a Barrett underneath.
Even better, it's just sticking out at both ends.
Me with my awkwardly shaped, my Barrett-shaped Capri Sun.
They just slip the box around the trigger group, the
what
barrel,
are
and
these
the
fucking nerds even talking about?
Hey, John. Justice for Kyle here. He says we keep mislabeling what he said.
No, you were defending. I think that's a fair characterization. We were going after Sig.
Chat.
And you were defending them.
Can I just say? Can I just say they not like us?
You endorse everything that Sig has ever done, but you were definitely.
They are not like us. Can we come to an agreement on that? Maybe that's why John hasn't extended a hand of like. Like opening the door to being a bit more personal is because like he knows who I am. He knows what I represent. He knows who I stand for and who stands with me. It's like fucking dude. Listen. the Goon Squad would fucking eat Focus Trip fans alive. Straight up. Y'all ain't never seen a fucking stone cold autistic motherfucker like some of Uncle OG's fucking goons, alright? They not like us. They not like us. Oh man. But maybe they are. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking crazy. Oh my god. What? I'm just gonna be like, can I hop on? Alright.
It suggests you more
What it's
T-Rex
gonna,
arms.
yeah, what's it gonna do? What's it gonna do to your algorithm?
No, I
Alright,
just
I asked,
got
chat.
a gun.deals
There
ad
you
with
go.
Focus Trip.
Oh, did you? That's funny. You see me
Let's see
everywhere.
what they say.
Can't get away from me.
No,
Every service you go. I have 1 million channels on YouTube.
If-
I run
if
ads
I
on
get-
Rumble, bro. I'm inevitable.
If I get shot
but
down,
Kyle, we
I'm
showed the
ending the
evidence.
fucking stream.
We're real. Uncle OG wants to hop on. Which one of you works with Uncle OG? I don't have
No,
his
Bones.
DMs.
Bones.
Bones works with him, dog. I don't have.
What I'm kind of surprised is though is that Moonman said he had some profiles set for me, and I'm still waiting to see what that is.
Well, let me see.
OG.
This guy. He tagged me on Discord. I'll get him in here. That's fine. Also, you guys know.
Yes.
Um,
Chad, let's go!
Jordan,
Fucking
right,
Chad,
that
let's go!
amazing performance
Ice
versus
in my
Fox the other
veins!
day.
Ice
He's
in my
been in,
veins,
and He
brother!
wants to come on stream. He wants to be like a regular, and I think he would make a very interesting addition to certain streams.
Yes,
He was
dude!
very charismatic, and he came off very.
Alright, you on Discord,
Yeah.
Jimmy, and I'll get you an
Wait,
invite.
yeah,
Yeah,
very
how about
good.
instead of regular, he's every once in a whiler?
Every once in a while, yeah.
He was
He's just-
cool, calm, collected.
He's just your average chud, man. We're all chuds, you know.
Oh shit, Chad, let's go!
Well, guys, before we get out of here and before OG hops on, I have an admission to make. I am officially I'm a CZ enjoyer.
Yes!
As you might say. I made the jump to a Shadow 2. So, I mean, I got the Canic as promised. I got the Canic Rival S2. So I'm going from cigarettes and Inshallah to, June month people. But yeah, so I got the Canic to about 10,000 rounds. I'm probably going to retire it there and just move on with a Cajunized Shadow 2. Dude, I couldn't pass up the deal. I think I told Logan about this already. But I got the Cajunized Shadow 2, optics ready, 9 magazines, all the original parts, holster, and the extra grip panels for $1,400. So
Not terrible.
Excellent
Yeah.
price.
Is that your price, John? Is that the price that they got you on?
Fuck.
That they
You know what's
got
funny
you
is
at,
I
that they
paid them.
converted you at?
I paid them, which is even makes it even worse, doesn't it? I paid them
I know.
$1,400 for the privilege of shooting.
God damn it, how do I look up my
You
fucking
paid someone
own shit?
$1,400 to become a dirty hipster.
Yeah, paid $1,400 to be gay.
And
So
hey,
sad.
it's a good gun.
Yeah, this whole stream was actually just a ploy for John's coming out.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I put it
This
back at
supports
the
you.
end, bro. I tried to hide it as long as I could. I'm trying to make sure everybody doesn't know. But no, yeah. So I got a Cajun Shadow 2. It's got the slide work on it, and it is ready to rock and roll, as they
Heck
say.
yeah.
So this will be
Oh.
my Area 3 gun and whatnot.
It
Oh
does
my God.
actually look.
Does it come with that? It came with that Ghost Hydra holster.
Yeah, which is actually it's the one I'm using on my Canic right now, so it's the exact same holster.
Nice.
So
How do you? Sorry, I didn't interrupt. Go ahead. I was
Well,
gonna
I
ask.
was
Go
gonna
ahead.
Well, okay, I'll go first.
again.
Fine,
Do it
I'll
again.
go
Do it
first.
again.
I'll go for no, it's me. Okay, me. I'll go.
My
Okay,
sheet.
so it came with 9 magazines, and as you see, 6 of them already have the +5 follower
Oh my
extensions,
god.
which are like
Hold
$100 each. So just the magazines
chat.
alone are worth like $600.
Chat.
Damn.
So plus
I gotta
optics cut, plus
fucking like
Cajun eyes,
end the
like, it was a
stream so that
stupid
I can
deal.
hop on this
Very
one.
stupid deal.
Fucking
How do you? How do you
Go-
like that
go to
grip
the
in